Well, in higher education, people of like interests tend to group together and they work together because they have those common interests, and sometimes that's not very useful. We create what we call silos of information. But the irony is, as we try to break those down, the real silo seems to consist of individual silos, and that is that usually we plan and teach our courses as individuals without a lot of assistance from other people or consultation. Faculty frequently don't even ask what the prerequisite people are teaching in their courses, nor the faculty who are teaching the next course after our course. So this institute, for me, really represented an opportunity to meet with other faculty and start talking about common problems that I thought were just my own. Turns out a lot of people had the same problems. So this was kind of time to step back, take a breath, and talk about teaching without a lot of interruptions.
One thing that I think is great about the Institute is that it gives us time to really think in depth about teaching, which when you work at an institution like UNLV that has a strong research mission, sometimes you don't have time to do during the semester. And I really love teaching, and so it's nice to have a few days to really think about it and work on improving your teaching, and to get different perspectives. So, for example, just at my table at the Institute, we had faculty from business and psychology, and an administrator, so we had a lot of different perspectives to work with.
I think probably the primary benefit of participating in this institute is that it takes a lot of teaching practices and pedagogy that had been kind of implicit and assumed in my teaching, has made them explicit and made me much more conscious of how to take those things that I was already trying to do, but maybe do them in a way that's more transparent to my students and that is more at the forefront of my own thinking, so that I can actually, in a much more self-conscious and careful way, refine my practices in the student's best interest. And I found that not only did I learn from my colleagues their ideas and their experiences, but that in having to explain my own practices and my own assumptions to them, it forced me to rethink the way that I'm approaching many of these issues. So it put me in a position where I had to articulate these things clearly across disciplines, and I think that really sharpened my own thinking.